What's up, guys?
Hello.
Welcome to this episode of The Game. It is currently 6 minutes past 8 UK time, 20th of December 2021. On this episode of The Game, the last game before Christmas. So thank you for everyone being here. I know people are busy with their family. We're going to be covering crypto gaming and Nexo DeFi loans. And are you going to be doing anything about music NFTs?
Not that much on this one. It's just a little bit of, I'm going to be focusing a little bit kind of heavy at the start on DeFi and on inflation, because I think inflation, deflation, and DeFi kind of go hand in hand.
Cool. Well, before we do that, let's do our disclaimer. Shout out Aaron Blitz in the place.
Jeez, man, like.
Shout out Aaron for taking the step for booking one-on-ones with Blockchain Sensei. So we've recently done 2 one-on-ones, haven't we, Aaron? And how do you feel those one-on-ones went?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh,
We
good.
finished the lesson with him 20 minutes ago.
Honestly, it feels awesome actually. Like words can't describe it, because like you've helped me out a lot. It's only been 2 lessons and I've learned so much.
Sick.
That's all I want to hear. That's all I want to hear. Anyway, disclaimer. So in case any of you guys were wondering, neither myself nor Mr. Harding are financial advisors. We do not aim to be perceived or received as financial advisors. Please always do your own research. If you are unable to mitigate risk, please feel free to contact us and we will put you in touch with a financial advisor.
Boom, boom, boom. Now, if you're unable to mitigate your risks and you think that there's a strange set of coincidences that what we say seems to correlate to you making money, legally, we have to say that is a coincidence. So if anybody has made money from anything that we've said or done in any relation to anything you've ever seen on the game or in our one-on-one lessons, please type game in chat. This would be really awkward if it was just completely empty then. That would have been that would have been but coincidence game.
Coincidence, yeah, it's coincidence.
Yeah, it's just coincidence.
Just
several coincidences. That's a great point to start on, is on coincidences. So I'm just going to stop sharing Ninja's screen there, and I'm going to take you to the Blockchain Sensei Instagram, because I posted something in the Instagram that is quite related to something that's happened quite recently, and that was that. Where is it? I think it might be in the stories. Can I access the stories from here? Yeah, I can, can't I? Oh, ignore my ugly face here. This is me shilling this episode.
Wait, is that you talking to the story?
Yeah.
You never vlog.
I know, but I had to for this.
Crazy.
Where is it? Where's my post? Where's the post that I'm trying to look for? Okay, maybe it's not there. Okay, wait. I've got to come back to that anyway. Maybe, oh, it's here behind this post. Okay, cool, here we go. So, first of all, oh yeah, we're starting with coincidences first, wasn't we? We're starting with coincidences. Let's start with the coincidences. So, one of the first coincidences is a company called SBI, which is a Japanese bank and financial service company, has created an investment fund / basket of assets. And it's just a coincidence that, you know, the things that have been on our watch list for about 9 months or since we started this, and the things that have been on our watch list and things that, you know, we've been tallying and categorizing as Ninja's tier 1 cryptos and tier 2 cryptos, that being Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polkadot, Chainlink, Litecoin, XRP, and very interesting Bitcoin Cash, are in.
I'm a fan of Bitcoin Cash, but you know, apparently it's used in the world.
Yeah, we're not financial advisors, but these guys that work for this fund are definitely financial advisors, and they're 9 months after us saying it are doing exactly what we were saying. coincidence. Anyway, so next bit of news is Germany's savings banks could introduce a crypto trading next year, allowing over 400 savings banks across Germany to actually invest in crypto. How much money is under management from those 50 million customers? 1 trillion in assets under management is being held by those German banks. So that's quite a bit of money that could come in. Then we have Galaxy Digital, one of the main crypto VCs.
Wait. Let's not skip what you just said. Can we just go back to that slide? With the 1 trillion, okay, the savings banks have about 50 million customers and manage about 1 trillion. Wait, let me just do some quick maths. 50 million times 20. Wait, 50 million. Okay.
You're trying to divide 1 trillion by 50 million.
By 50 million. Is it 200k or is it my brain? One second. Wait. I need to do this calculation. Let me just. Can you do it on your screen? Can you do 1 trillion divided by 50 million?
No, not on a normal calculator. Go on, you do that. I'll carry on. Once you've got the number, let us know. So the next one was Galaxy Digital, who is one of the biggest VCs, headed up by Mike Novogratz, who's crazy bullish on Solana, and we was shilling Solana on here when it was quite low, thanks to ARK Invest, thanks to our brothers and cousins over at EYL. He came on and did an episode and mentioned Solana, so we started chilling it here. Congratulations to anyone that made gains on Solana. Well, basically, Solana, Galaxy Digital have created their own fund for investors to invest into none other than Solana. So this here is the weather guide. We post this all the time. I show this all the time. And this for me is like the weather guide. So this kind of shows you where the markets are in different months. This is probably one of the most valuable pieces of information that we ever put out into the game. Literally, this alone can save you and make you thousands of %. So this just kind of gives you a guide. This has been accurate for the last 2 years. This has been accurate. And I just use it as a guide to kind of let me know what's going to happen in the markets in that month and what I can expect to happen in the markets and when I should look at taking profit. So November is normally a good time to take profit, or when we're going to get highs. And then December is normally when we get lows. But we saw this time in the stock market, this happened a little bit earlier, and that makes sense because of Christmas and the whole inflation, deflation thing, which I'm going to discuss in a second. So technically that means things are happening earlier. That means instead of the big market fallout happening in March, like it normally does every single year, it should happen in February. Now, again, in terms of coincidences, something happened the other week, which was
wait, no. Go back. I've got the maths.
Oh, you got the maths.
Yeah, I've got the maths in the game to spit what I just figured out from this numerical number. Okay, so this bank, what bank is it?
I think it's just a German law that has got several banks.
Okay, cool.
400 banks.
400 banks. So amongst 400 banks, they've got 50 million customers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So $1 trillion divided by 50 million is an average of $20,000 per customer. Remember, the entire cryptocurrency market is currently 2.2 trillion. So with every single person having, so I want you guys to agree or disagree with me. Do you think in good time customers will want 10% of their average 20K invested in crypto?
Type yes or no in chat.
Yes. Okay, 10% sounds like a good number, right? If this German bank and or collective of German banks, because I don't know what 50 million customers and 1 trillion exactly is within which economy. Is it Deutsche Bank alone? Is it all the German banks? But if all customers agreed that at least 10% of, oh sorry, could just meet whoever, that all customers agreed that at least 10% of their funds were to be invested in cryptocurrency, that would increase the entire crypto market cap by about 5%.
Which is pretty crazy.
Which is pretty
that
crazy.
5% is a lot of money. Now, in terms of talking about the increase in the crypto market cap, this is where we need to go to the markets. So let's go to the markets as we do and have a little look at what's been going on. So as we can see, the overall markets, the VTI, which is the Vanguard Total Index, has been dipping below the 200 moving average. So that is traditionally a great buy zone, and we can see that the RSI is quite low as well. Let's get rid of the DMI because no one here is a paid student. Well, that's a secret for paid students, that one, thanks to Keish. So then what we've got is we've got the total market cap. So this is the market cap of crypto, excluding Bitcoin and excluding Ethereum. Now I'm going to go to, a lot of people keep asking, why are the markets going down? Why are certain altcoins going up when everything else is going down? And this is because I believe we are in a transition period from value and finance plays going into utility plays. Now, the blockchain Sensei ethos has only been to invest into utility plays and use case plays. So if you've been dollar cost averaging into all of the utility plays, they're all about, statistically, should be taking off. And we've seen it already. We've seen Decentraland pop off, which has been one of our utility plays since God knows when. We've seen BAT, Basic Attention Token, doing really well whilst everything else was going down. We've seen BitTorrent doing really well whilst everything else was going down. We've seen SIA going up whilst everything else was going down. So let me just show you those on the chart, so you can see. Oh, sorry, I got everyone's faces in front of my screen. Can't type. Okay, so let's have a look at SIA. You know, everybody knows I love this coin, this token. So
yeah, you put me onto this.
Let's go daily. So we can see, yes, it has taken a bit of a battery, but we can see it's kind of stabilized itself now. It's created a bit of a foundation here. So this is a bad example. It hasn't had a spike on it like I thought. Let's go to BAT. USD. There we go. That's much better. So in comparison to the dips that everything else has been doing, look how many little bits, flashes of green that we've had on this. Now the same thing for BitTorrent. Major flash of green there in comparison. So what is causing that? What's causing that is quite simple. Maths. Let's go and do some maths. So what I say by maths is, if we go to coin market cap and we have a look at the maths. So the maths is basically, what are we looking at here? And we're going to take it off GBP because that's not what the world looks at. So this is one of the first investing tricks I'll give you, is don't look at things in GBP, because nobody in the world measures things in GBP. Everyone in the world measures things in USD. So it would just confuse you and give you some extra calculations that you don't need. So make your profits in USD and then do the math yourself after. So basically, to get 100% return on Bitcoin, you would need this market cap to double. You would need 800 billion to flow into Bitcoin. To get Ethereum to double, you would need Ethereum's market cap to double and 460 billion to flow into Ethereum. Now, what are the chances that in the next, everyone's saying Bitcoin to 100K before the end of the year, do we realistically think basically almost $1 trillion is going to flow into Bitcoin in the next 10 days, 10, 11 days? Very unlikely. Now, the things, I'm not ruling out that it's going to happen. I strongly believe it will happen in the future, but we're going to need several things first. We're going to need really clear regulation. We're going to need really clear identity checks. We're going to need really clear entrances for people that don't want to invest in crypto. Things like Bitcoin ETFs. There was 2 Bitcoin ETFs launched, but all the rest of them haven't been allowed to happen by the SEC. Now, one of the most biggest players in the world that we know of is Vanguard. Now, no, we're not. Should we show them that? Yeah, I'll show you that one now. So one of the things that we're talking about is the biggest players. That's what all you got to follow is the big players. Now, the biggest asset management company in the world, BlackRock and Vanguard, as we know. Now, Vanguard recently, this used to be 7.4 trillion and it's now 8.4 trillion. So in the last year, they've made $1 trillion in assets under management. I wonder where that's come from. Things like Moderna, Pfizer, AstraZeneca, several other companies, but yeah, that's a total different conversation. Anyway, Vanguard Group have some of the biggest ETFs in the world. Now, I show this all the time. VTI. This is just one of the ETFs that they own, is the VTI, the Vanguard Total Index Fund, which is worth how much? Again, let's have a look. Which is worth 1.3 trillion in net assets. It has 4,156 stocks in it. What happens when Vanguard launch a Bitcoin ETF? That's what we're waiting for. When Vanguard launch a Bitcoin ETF, then Bitcoin will get to 100K, 1 million. When Vanguard and BlackRock do it, then you'll definitely get to 100K or 1 million. Once Apple come out and declare that they're holding Bitcoin or give access to retail to buy Bitcoin through Apple Pay, then we'll get to 100K and to 1 million. Until we get the free Vanguards of money, see what I did there? I play on money on words. Until we get Apple, Vanguard, BlackRock co-signing and providing entrance gateways for people to invest in Bitcoin, it's going to struggle to get past this 1 trillion market cap. Now, because it's going to struggle, that means everyone that's putting money into Bitcoin, when we look on the charts, are they going to make a lot of money? Let's think about it. I think it's very, very unlikely that they will. So let's just look at the Bitcoin chart. And then we're going to come to the Bitcoin dominance straight after. And it all makes sense. Oh, here it is. Okay, cool. So we know some people were new to Bitcoin, and what did they probably do? They probably got in at the top because they have no idea what they're doing. They're new to it. They heard all the hype and they were like, oh yeah, you know what? Bitcoin, it's gone past 54,000 now. I think I'm going to buy in it. Yeah, still not too late to buy into Bitcoin if you're thinking of it from a 5, 10, 20-year point of view. But if you're thinking of it from just the next year, you would have made what, 26%? You could have got better returns from AMD, from Nvidia, from Microsoft alone, from Apple alone. Now, then let's go to, so let's say, for example, you had invested in Bitcoin in, let's call it,
Dude, your screen is frozen.
Is it frozen?
Yeah. If Mr. Harding's screen freezes, please anybody unmute themselves and just talk. Like we mute everyone, but if anyone has anything to say, just unmute yourself and say what you need to say.
Cool. So let's say someone bought into Bitcoin at the start of the year. Here. Where are they now? They're down 35%. Let's say someone bought again at the high, because we know people buy at the high. Where are they now? They're down 36%. So technically, if you've been holding Bitcoin for a year and you bought it in January, how much gain have you actually made? Let's check. You've made 8%. Great returns, right, on Bitcoin? And if you got in now and it went to even the all-time high, you'd make 50%. Bear with me. Would you, if you had billions to play with, invest into something that needs 1 trillion to go into it for you to make 100% that over the last year had made you 8%? Or would you look for things with a lower market cap, maybe in the hundreds of millions or maybe in the billions, that can easily double in market cap, and maybe 4x in market cap, and get you 4 times return on your money. You're probably going to go for the lower market cap things. Now, to make sure you've got a good investment and to make sure it's easy to explain to your investors, your bosses, you're going to go for things with a good use case that are easy to explain. Because now people are starting to get a bit familiar with blockchain and starting to understand it. Now it's about going, okay, so you know that Bitcoin thing, that's old, that's nice. But what we really want to invest in is this project that does this and this project that does that. And that's why we're going to see a massive jump to crypto gaming. And that leads me on to my next thing that I'm going to talk about. So I hope that made sense to anybody. So before I just finish off on this whole charts thing, let's just go and look at the Bitcoin dominance. So what this chart shows how much percentage of the crypto market cap is Bitcoin. So we can see, let's just move this up here. We can see way back in 2017, Bitcoin made up 97% of the market. Then there was a dip, and this is when Ethereum and all the others came around. And the lowest it got to was 35% of the market. It was the lowest it ever did. Then it rose up, as we can see, and then it was 73% of the market. Then 57, 73, and where we are now, we can see the highest it's got up to recently is 48% of the market. So what's the overall direction that Bitcoin's dominance is going? Down. So that means the money is slowly trickling out of Bitcoin. So as it grows in value, the dominance is going to get smaller because it's attracting more people into investing in crypto. And people don't want to just invest in one crypto that's going to get them 8% in a year, maybe 100% in 2 years.
Can I just interrupt my philosophy with regards to Bitcoin?
Yeah.
So, as I've said many times, I've been out of Bitcoin since October. I currently own no Bitcoin. I think as time goes on, I've decided I'm not investing in Bitcoin anymore. But I see Bitcoin as a thing to cash out profits into.
Mm-hmm.
I see Bitcoin, like my philosophy on Bitcoin now, as it's well accepted as a store of wealth, is I do want to get to a point where in good time I own a whole coin, but it's something that is inevitably just always going to keep rising in value, just on the basis of scarcity, in my opinion. Yeah. So they say Bitcoin's digital gold, and Bitcoin is 10 times rarer than gold, in the sense that there's only 21 million Bitcoin, but there's 220 million kilograms of recorded gold. So 21 million Bitcoin, 220 million kilograms of recorded gold, which is going to keep increasing. Remember, scarcity creates value. So Bitcoin is over 10 times rarer than gold when you compare coin to kilogram ratio, and it's 13 times less invested in it. So, okay, so with that understanding, I want you to type in chat. Do you guys believe that Bitcoin market cap at some point can match gold's market cap? 0.9 trillion to 13 trillion.
Good question. So the final thing I've got to say on
you guys believe that, then yeah, it's going to go to 500,000 in good time though, but it's going to take
not like in the next year or two.
No, we're talking like 5 to 8 years, 500k Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So I think like people, like I really want people to get in the mentality of you should always be in the long term. Right now I have no Bitcoin, but I have all the intention in the world of getting back into Bitcoin and Ethereum and having more Bitcoin and Ethereum. I have no Ethereum as well. More Bitcoin and Ethereum that I started with. The key being like Bitcoin the way I see Bitcoin is like, I see that as real money. I see Ethereum as real money, real ultrasound money, because it's a finite amount.
Yeah, cool. So where has the dominance got left to go? So we have to bear in mind, as crypto grows, do we think there's more awareness and more altcoins now than there was in 2018? Of course there is. Because most of us in this call weren't investing in 2018. I'll be honest with you, I was not investing in crypto in 2018. So there's more awareness, more education that there is other cryptos apart from Bitcoin. Now, in 2018, the Bitcoin dominance dropped to 35%. Now, with more education and more awareness, we're only at 39%. So statistically, we should be able to drop a little bit further in the Bitcoin dominance, which would mean flows would flow from Bitcoin into other assets, which is what is due to happen. Now, this is exactly what happens at the end of the bull run. So we can see here, this was the 2017 massive explosion. This is where everyone thought it was over, just like it is here. Comes back up, and then boom, the dominance completely gets wiped out. And this is what is set to happen next. So how do we know this is set to happen next? Again, let's go to some of the news that's been happening in the world of crypto. Can we still see my screen, everybody?
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I can't.
No,
Oh,
this
maybe
is
it's
frozen.
Let me undo and then redo. Hold on. Okay, so this right here in this center is one of the most important things that's going to happen, that's going to affect everything, the whole world. And this is that Ripple have piloted a private ledger for CBDCs. Now, for a long time, I've been saying a lot of people are holding XRP when it's the last crypto to go in the alt run every single year. A lot of people are holding XRP, holding 80% of their portfolio, up to 40% of their portfolio in XRP, while they could be making gains elsewhere. Now, XRP, its whole existence was created by a company called Ripple. Their whole thing is not to make the people rich. Their whole thing is to help businesses and banks move money quicker, not us, not the people. So with XRP we are using, it's a great token. It's great for transferring money. I use it to transfer all my money around. It's my favorite token to use for transfers, and how I get all my money from Swissborg into Binance for my trades. But it's not designed for us to get rich. So it was a test net, in my opinion. It was a test blockchain. They've just started their pilots for their private blockchain for central bank digital currencies for banks. What does that mean? That means that central banks, the Bank of England, the US Federal Reserve, will be able to get in on crypto and move their crypto around. Then they will use XRP, but it won't be called XRP. It'll be on a separate private blockchain. So where is all the money going to go? All the investment is going to go into Ripple itself. Now, Ripple itself is about to have an IPO and about to go on the stock market. So the gains, yes, there will be some gains in XRP, but the ultimate gains are going to be in Ripple. In my opinion, Ripple will become one of the top 10 companies via market cap in the next 10 years, alongside Coinbase. I'm calling it right here, right now. I'm calling Ripple to have a $2 trillion market cap minimum by 2025. Hold it.
Oh my God, that's so much confidence.
Why is it? Why am I so confident in it? Because it's the most important part for the whales. If you've got billions of dollars locked up in stocks, locked up in anything, you don't want to wait 3 days to get your money in and out. No way.
I can literally vouch for XRP's use case, because I've probably used XRP is one of the only cryptocurrencies that is actually currency.
Yeah.
Like, it is actually currency. It works so well. I remember Ollie sent me like a few hundred in XRP a few months ago, and he just sent straight away.
Instant.
It's
amazing.
And XRP is my favorite cryptocurrency to get paid in as well. Like, if anyone wants to pay me in crypto, XRP is the one.
But again, it's not designed for us. Now, what's also happening is we have to understand that there is a massive beef between these big whales, XRP and Ethereum, because Ethereum are claiming that they're going to be able to do everything that XRP does in terms of transaction speeds. And lo and behold, look what's happened. Ethereum, one of the Ethereum co-founders, Joe Lubin, he's working with MasterCard on yet again a private block, the private part of the Ethereum chain that's going to allow people to MasterCard to have up to 10,000 transactions per second on a private chain. Again, just showing you. Once you start piecing all these clues together, you're going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, I get it. Utility play again. Bitwise, we've got our first NFT index fund. That is mind-blowing. This wasn't even a field 3 years ago, and now it's got its own index fund. What the hell? Like, what's going on? So again, what is that? An NFT. It's a non-fungible token. It's a smart contract. What is it? It allows for use case and utility. Let's go on. Coinbase announced their identity tools for people to access the metaverse and store their NFTs. Hopefully this is making sense. And what Ninja's going to talk about later is the DeFi loans. But final thing I want to just touch on.
Yeah, I got some research for you guys to show.
Which this use case and NFTs thing will make sense in a bit. Now, what happened recently? Adidas's NFT dropped, which you probably all heard and saw, and it reached 23 million and is now the #1 NFT in terms of transactions and value. Just like that, overnight. Making Adidas absolute racks, giving them absolutely crazy marketing value. So what's going to happen? Do we think other clothing brands like Louis Vuitton, Moet, Hennessy, they've got way more money than Adidas? Do we think some of these other clothing brands are going to jump into this NFT space? Of course they are. What are NFTs? Utility, use case. Or do they have to be built on Ethereum? No, they can be built on Solana. What's Solana just done? Built a fund. Hopefully these pieces are coming together. Now, this is the Bitcoin stock to flow model. Might not make that much sense to you. What it's basically saying is that Bitcoin's actually estimated to reach 100K by 2025. Not this year. 2025. It's estimated to reach
it's happening before, not financial advice.
Yeah, it's probably not going to happen this Christmas, guys. Now, guess what this chart is? Can anyone type in this in chat what they think this chart is? Any guesses? We got one guess. Let's have a look what one guess was. Sol? Close. But it's actually Bitcoin when you zoom out. So we've got a long way to go. It's still early days. We are just here. I'd say we probably aren't here. I'd say we're at Nokia 3310 stage now. And inflation, I'm not going to touch on that because we haven't got much time. And then in terms of inflows and how much money's out there, there's still 300 trillion in the debt markets. All of this is available on the Blockchain Sensei Instagram. So take your time out and go have a look at that. And then finishing up on my end is did UAE, did Japan. I highly recommend people to go and check out a token called Arweave, because a lot of people are investing in Solana, but Solana's market cap is 54 billion. All of the Solana data is held on the Arweave blockchain, which has got a market cap of 1.8 billion.
Whoa, that's a big shill.
Just saying. Now, onto my shills before. Should I do my gaming ones now or wait for later? They'll take like 5 minutes. Now, you do your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me introduce your thing. So what Ninja's going to be discussing is probably one of the biggest things that's happened in crypto ever. So the first thing that happened recently was, I don't know if anyone's heard of the platform Nexo. Nexo is allowing people to get DeFi loans. So instead of selling your crypto and paying tax, what a lot of people are doing is they're getting a DeFi loan. So they're getting a loan against their crypto and just simply, instead of selling it, just getting cash against the crypto that they're holding. Nexo recently announced this, that you can now do loans of up to 20% against the NFTs that you're holding. That's now making NFTs like property. because it's now an asset that you can get a loan against. So if you're collecting NFTs now, in 5-10 years time, you're gonna be able to get loans against them for cash, which is mind-bending. So yeah, Ninja, over to you.
Okay.
Oh man, like Vuj liking our thing. Yes, bro.
Oh, I thought Vuj was in the place. I got excited.
I said last lesson, I think that NFTs is like the new jumping on the property ladder, isn't it?
Yep, it is 100%.
Yeah.
But people just don't see it yet. They will later. Anyway, Ninja, over to you. Let me stop sharing.
Let's get it. Actually, before we get into my research, let me just ask your opinion on this. I never really thought about this. Do you think NFTs is a separate asset class from cryptocurrency, or do you reckon it's a new version of sub-asset class?
I think it's going to be its own separate asset class. Because
Interesting.
we've already got people creating NFT indexes. I think NFTs, cryptos are going to become like, some cryptos are like commodities already. If you look at it, like Bitcoin's kind of becoming a commodity.
Gold, Litecoin,
Yeah.
silver, yeah.
And then I think then you're going to have, yeah. And then remember, we've also got these tokenized stock plays that are going to come in. So
yeah,
I just see
tokenized
NFTs.
stocks are going to change the
Yeah.
world. I mean, the world already saw tokenized stock for a flash minute with Binance, and then they shut it down within like 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, because it's too. That's where they just basically went, right, let's go to 2025 now. Like,
Yeah.
so,
Let's go to 2025 now and then get shut down, so we could just like the glimpse of the future has already been there.
Yeah.
So anybody that doesn't know, Binance was doing tokenized Tesla stock for a quick snapshot minute before that shit got shut down.
Which means people could get in and out of Tesla stock instantly, which is mad.
Crazy.
So yeah, that's
imagine trading like Ethereum against Tesla stock. Woof! Different level. Okay, cool. So first of all, I'm going to do a disclaimer. I do not own, in fact, I'm going to make this a standard thing in blockchain Sensei. When we do research in something that we haven't personally invested in yet, we're gonna tell you, right? So I don't have a Nexo account and I'm not invested in Nexo. I'm looking to invest in Nexo, but obviously you can't just like, I will do like 5 to 6 hours research before even thinking about investing in an asset these days, just because I'm in like nearly 100 assets. So before I choose to like, I don't just buy into assets these days. To be honest, I'm more looking at new assets to find in the future a good entry point to cash out profits into, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm not invested in Nexo and I don't have a Nexo account yet. But who are Nexo? Nexo are a platform where you can easily borrow money for crypto. So let's just literally go and borrow now. This is the world of DeFi, basically. Wait, is Nexo DeFi? Or would Nexo just be crypto lending? I don't actually know.
I think it would be DeFi.
Yeah. Because the only thing is, DeFi is decentralized finance. It works just like DeFi, but it feels very centralized. So I wanted to make sure that.
Yeah, okay, when you put it like that, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
For newbies, I'd class it as DeFi.
Yeah, okay. So for anyone that doesn't understand, let me just explain very quickly. The concept of DeFi or decentralized finance is, in the world of classic finance, you get a loan via them checking your credit score or whatever, them being the banks. DeFi works as a very fair system in the sense that you can 100% get a loan as long as you have the assets to back that loan. So for example, let's say if somebody had a whole Bitcoin, it'd be very easy to get $30,000 if you had a whole Bitcoin, in the sense that you could just give a DeFi loan company such as Aave or Nexo your Bitcoin. They give you $30,000 in Bitcoin. You'll have some kind of terms and conditions, and as long as you pay that, you'll get your Bitcoin back. People do that for tax reasons. So let's just see how easy it would be to actually get a DeFi loan. Borrow now. Oh, before I could do it without an account.
Just go on the things that were there. So skip that. Go back out. I don't think you need to go that deep. Just go to the why borrow with Nexo, all that stuff there.
Nah, do you know what it is? Nah, this is what I wanted to show. So, for example, if you wanted to borrow, let's say $1,000, they'd ask for this amount of Bitcoin.
You've done 100.
Then, if you had $100, $1,000. So for example, 0.5 ETH. So I can confidently say that this is like I have this in my portfolio. I have at least 0.5 ETH in my portfolio. So if I wanted to get $1,000, I'd be so excited to actually do this because I told you
we're gonna do this for the business.
Yeah. So I've never actually taken a DeFi loan before, but one of our clients and good friends called Seb Glover, I won't expose how much he borrowed, but he told me that he literally got it real quick. Like he just put up his Bitcoin and then just got USDC straight in his account, like simple like that. So I think this is really, really interesting because there's lots of people in the world. I mean, I got quite a lot of Litecoin. So say for example, I wanted a quick $100 to Litecoin. That's easy. Send, and then I'm assuming it's gonna link somewhere. I'd have to obviously send the Litecoin to the Nexo account, and then quick $100, and then there'll be some terms and conditions with regards to, you know, what the payment is, but it's relatively easy now. I think this what you're seeing right now is slowly and surely changing the world. And when people really understand, okay, so what I got to do between now and 2025 is acquire assets that are going to increase in value to the point where I don't even need to sell the asset and I just get loans against my asset. That's different level. And if you deep what I've just said, I know what I've just said is going to go over people's heads, but when it connects, it's going to connect. So that's basically what Nexo do. Now, what's really interesting is that they now have a section for NFTs, which basically adds a lot of use case for NFTs. So let me just Google it, NFT Nexo loan, as I don't know how to get to it on the actual website. So unlike NFT lending, unlike lending against your cryptocurrency, which is a mathematical form where you literally put, I need $100, $500, whatever, and then you pick your asset. The NFT space right now, because obviously the prices are very subjective. I believe Nexo are the first company in the world, I could be completely wrong, to offer loans against your NFT, and they're currently offering 20% of the value of Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs and CryptoPunks. So for those that aren't aware, some of these sell for millions. Like literally, if we go to the Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT, so let's just actually have a look at their OpenSea. So for those that aren't aware, OpenSea is the biggest NFT platform. 97% of the NFT space, last time I checked, that number could have dropped, but I'm going to still assume it's way over 90%. The NFT space is dominated by OpenSea. The floor price, which is the minimum price of these NFTs, is 50 ETH. And Ethereum today is let's just call it 4,000, right? So Ethereum is just under $4,000. 4,000 times 50 is 200K. So the minimum the minimum price of one of these JPEGs is $200,000, or 50 ETH. So let's say, for example, you had the cheapest Bored Ape Yacht NFT, which I unfortunately do not own, sad times. But if I did own one of these NFTs worth $200,000, I could very quickly get a $40,000 loan.
Mad.
And you do that by applying. So unlike the crypto NFT loan, which is relatively instant and mathematical, this one does require an application. But I'm going to assume that if you had the cheapest Bored Ape Bored Ape NFT, currently priced at 50 ETH, aka $200,000, and bear in mind ETH is in a dip right now, you could get 40K quite quickly.
In comparison to trying to get it out of your house.
Yeah, basically. So we thought we'd just share that with you. I think that's extremely bullish news for the whole NFT market itself. So the next thing I want to have a look at is was it something I wanted to look at before? Ember Sword. So this is something that unfortunately right now nobody is able to invest in because all land applications are closed. So basically, Ember Sword were really, really quick to move in the crypto gaming, crypto metaverse space. Mr. Harding, do you have any facts and figures at the top of your head in terms of numerical numbers of investment of Ember Sword? I don't have any on deck right now.
It was a good couple of million. I think it was 55 million.
55 million. Okay, let's just use that as the
Go to the coin market cap. I'm sure they're on there.
They don't have a coin.
Do they not?
No. I tried to look for it. So I think right now with regards to Ember Sword, yeah, this is uninvestable in right now, I believe. But I think it's just an interesting case scenario because basically me and Mr. Harding and a couple of others are working on a very exciting play to earn crypto gaming project. So we're just currently in the development stage of that. Don't want to show too much, but Ember Sword is something is kind of one of the case scenarios that we're looking at. They sold. Bear in mind that this is a game, okay? This is a game that isn't a working product right now. All we know is that they've got a trailer and they've got a white paper and they're public about their team.
Look up at this control. Your path is the world.
But they've already raised 55 million. They've already accepted all the applications. They're not accepting applications. They've raised $55 million in revenue for a game that isn't even out. If that doesn't scream how big this space could be, then I don't know what is. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I've done a deep dive in Ember's world. I really wanted to do more than kind of something surface level, but I think it's something that people can look out for. Next, last but not least, we'll talk about Chain Guardians, which is something that I am more knowledgeable of.
The actual numbers on Ember Sword is actually 203 million.
Wow. So Ember Sword have $203 million invested in the project without having, my French, a fucking game out.
That's not a sign that we're moving to people investing in utility and gaming. I don't know.
Let me just reel this in back to Engine Coin, okay? So this has been a project since 2009, and they have less than $2,000 million invested in them, aka 2 billion. So we have a game, Ember Sword, right? And I'm very, very excited for where I have so many links. So this is a new project that doesn't have anything out, but they've managed to raise, what was that, 200 million?
203 million.
203 million, 0.2 billion. 0.2 billion has been invested in this project. And then we've got coins like Engine Coin that have 2 billion invested, so 10x, but they've been out for 12 years. One of the most undervalued coins in the market, in my opinion. But anyway, yeah, so that's just something to look out for. I think the takeaway is just basically perspective, the actual perspective of how far things are going. So let's go on to Chain Guardians. Now, can I just iterate that I shilled this on the 20th of September, 2021.
Oh, we don't want to look at the price chart. Have you done the maths?
Yeah, so basically I shilled this when it was $1.15, and right now it seems like a good time to buy. It peaked at $2.70. So that would have been a pretty, that was on the 29th of the 11th, shilled it on the 20th. So yeah, less than 60 days, more than 2x, 2.5x. So nice. Yeah. And also, interestingly enough, when I shilled it, you could only get it on PancakeSwap. Like it wasn't available. I showed it pre KuCoin and Gate.io.
Mad.
So, okay. So what is Chain Guardians? I think, and I still need to go further. I think this is one of the most exciting, undervalued gaming projects. So first of all, bear in mind that Chain Guardians has a coin backed up to back the project as well that only has 31 million market.
Wow.
So let's go. So Ember Sword has 225 million invested in it, and there's nothing that's happened yet. 225 mil. So that's 7x what is invested in Chain Guardians, which is something that seems to have a lot going on. Okay. Type in chat if you think, even without, I'm going to go into it now, just by those numbers, do you think there's a possibility that Chain Guardians is undervalued? Hell yes. Yes.
What's the market cap of Axie?
Axie Infinity right now? Oh,
Yeah.
Couple of billion. Axie. 5,600 million. 5.6 billion.
5.6 billion. Let me go find out. You do that. I'm going to find out the market cap of Rockstar.
Okay, cool. So let's go over some things that Chain Guardians are doing. In fact, let's just skip to the CEO, first of all. So one thing that I like is that the CEO is a lady called Emma Lou. So I did a little cyber stalk on her. One thing that I like right now is there's not too much attention on her. She's got only 3,000 followers on Twitter. One thing you want to do, guys, is really find things that are undervalued. So it's not financial advice, but I've been saying Chain Guardians has been undervalued evidently since September 2021. Unfortunately, I missed this peak as I was one sec. I did actually miss this massive peak. I'll admit, so I didn't actually take my profits to buy back in. If that was the case, I could have actually 2.5x my Chain Guardians position. But I think what this shows is, first of all, it has extreme room to grow, and right now it's on a huge dip. It's on a huge dip because since I showed it, they've been working, and it's cheaper than when I showed it. This doesn't mean go buy Chain Guardians, but you might want to consider it. So CEO Emma Lou, she seems really cool. I think it's nice to just seeing women in crypto, women in investing. You know what I mean? The co-founder is a guy called Robbie. He's from Nottinghamshire. Where's the CEO from? Is she from England? Oh no, she's from Canada. So let's just have a look at some interesting concepts of what's going on in Chain Guardians. I do really like the fact that the white paper is timestamped March 2021. I'm a huge fan of timestamping things. Like I say things like it's 9/06, 20th of December, whatever. They timestamped their white paper, and having looked at 50, 70 other white papers, this is the first white paper that I've ever seen timestamped. Please note the white paper is considered to be a working document and will be updated as and when in line with the latest developments. So one of the really, really cool things that I think is interesting about Chain Guardians is the fact that they give an opportunity to mine NFTs. Now, I don't know about anyone in this room, but anyone feel free to share. Has anybody come across the concept of mining NFTs? Just as a concept, including Mr. Harding, because I don't know a single company that's even said that mining NFTs would be a possibility in their project.
Nope.
Let me make this a community question.
First.
Okay, cool. So let me explain what mining is. So mining is the process of when your computer or device contributes to the network. Oh, said you got a question? Please explain how would you mine an NFT? We'll look into that. I don't know the technicals behind how you would mine an NFT, but I'm just going to go over mining in a second. Mining first, and then, yeah, I don't know the technicals, but let's just go over mining for a second. So I said this time and time again, so I'm sorry for people that have heard this, but mining is the concept of when your computer or device contributes to the network via calculations, data, etc. So blockchain, all it is just blockchain, computers linked together. Mining is when a computer or device contributes to that network. Now, miner, node, or block are the same word for the same thing. So imagine the concepts. Now, I don't know the technicals behind it, so I'm not going to pretend. Imagine the concept of a block, node, or computer, part of the network, contributing to the network, contributing to the blockchain, and then getting rewarded in NFTs. Now, this brings us on to the concept of fractional NFTs. So they haven't said the word fractional NFT, but me and Mr. Harding, through our connections and deep dive research, this is going a bit far, but we basically found a company, which I won't share because this company is for private investors and private clients only, but we recently came across the concept of fractional NFTs. So basically, being able to invest in several NFTs at the same time with a smaller budget. Most NFTs, Bored Ape Yacht, CryptoPunks, are outside of investment opportunity to most individuals. I would question if all of us in this room could afford like a Bored Ape Yacht NFT, right? So understand that, like, we've done our research, we've connected with people, and now we understand that there are platforms and investment opportunities now to fractionalize NFTs, just like you can fractionalize a Bitcoin
Or
now,
stocks.
or stocks, right? The word fractionalize NFT, the word fractionalize, I haven't found here, but I'm gonna make a assumption. I'm gonna make a calculated assumption that mining NFTs is definitely to do with fractionalizing NFTs, because although I don't know the technicals behind how the NFT is going to be mined, I don't foresee in my current knowledge how you could even mine an NFT if it wasn't fractionalized. So this brings us onto again, just an interesting world that we're moving into, where, in fact, I won't even find I won't even find. Can I find it? Can I find it? I'm not going to give you the takeaway of the reading. I'll just give you the takeaway of the reading and then pass it on to Mr. Harding for TA and technical analysis. Let me just get my thoughts together. I can't find it. All right, cool. No problem. Sorry, guys. It's been a super long day. I really want to find it. One sec. There was such an amazing line. It was somewhere in the website or somewhere in the white paper. Basically, this is what Chain Guardian said. They said, as the concept, either on the white paper or somewhere in the website, I can't find the exact quotation, they're going to be a mix of play to earn, where you traditionally just play to play certain aspects of the game, free play and earn in the game, and just play for fun. Now, I've studied several crypto platforms before. Axie Infinity, Decentraland, obviously were researching crypto games, but just from a kind of like manifesto, putting ideas out into the world, because people essentially buy ideas, right? People invest into ideas. Just like with Ember Swords, $225 million has been invested in this project that isn't working. Chain Guardians is a somewhat working, developing project and has been around, I believe, longer than Ember Swords. Don't quote me on that. And it has 1/7 of what Ember Swords has invested in it, just from like a manifesto point of view. Somewhere on their website, which I can't quote right now, but do believe me, I was looking into this. They said that they're going to be implementing not only NFT mining, which basically proves that NFTs are able to split, which me and Mr. Harding were unaware that is technologically possible. So we found out that NFTs are technologically able to be split, Chain Guardians has basically told you that they're going to be somehow implementing this technology indirectly by NFT mining. And in there, somewhere in their kind of manifesto, they're saying that they're going to be implementing pay to earn. So that's money being injected into the game, free play, where you just play for fun, and the concept of play to earn, which is the new crypto gaming project where you play for free, but you earn crypto in the game. With that in mind, and like I said, I need to do further research, I think this is an extremely undervalued project. But yeah, over to Mr. Harding.
Boy, we're coming at you with all kinds of fire right now. So, are you ready for the next crypto games that we've been looking at? So, one of the crypto games that I've been looking at that I highly recommend everyone to do their own research on is actually a playable game that, as a gamer myself, I'm not invested in this at the moment, but this is just a platform that doesn't have one game, they have several games. So I've heard a lot of people talking about this whenever I've been at actual events. So this is how it sparked my interest again. My golden rule is if something pops up into my life more than 3 times, I give it a lot of attention. Now, this has popped up into my life 3 times now, and this is Fear NFT. So they make horror games that are crypto based. And we know people love their horror. And we know people love their horror games. Now, when it comes to the gameplay mechanics of the games, we can already see the games are just a little bit, the looks of them are just a little bit better than the other crypto games that are out there. So I just think, yeah, this has got a little bit more to it. It's got its 2D games as well, but it's just not these other ones like Axie Infinity and whatever. It's just a card game. Like, they're not games, if you know what I mean. So that's the first one. The next one, will also, if anyone knows any game developers, we're looking for game developers on Fiverr, as you can see. So if you know any, let us know. So that's that one. So now let me go to the next 2. So these next 2, oh my God. Okay, share screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
So just to reiterate my point, let's go over this first. So first of all, EA. We all heard of EA, yeah? Market cap 36 billion. Take-Two Interactive. So EA, who are they? What they're famous for? FIFA, all them sports games. Take-Two Interactive, what they're famous for? Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption. 20 billion market cap. Activision Blizzard, what they're famous for? Call of Duty. 48 billion market cap.
World of Warcraft.
And World of Warcraft as well. Ubisoft, what they're famous for? Assassin's Creed, Ghost Recon, so on and so forth. 5 billion market cap. Now, one of the games that I'm going to mention at the moment, first we'll start off with EBOOK. Market cap, 163 million. Now, those games that I previously mentioned before, can you make money from them, from playing them? No, unless you're an esports professional. So just on that maths alone, the fact that you can't make money from it. Now, let me give you a concept. Imagine you could, and then you'll see why I mentioned cheat codes earlier. Imagine you could pay or rent one of the professionals' characters that they've modded and been using for years on one of these games. Would people do that? Is there a market for that? Well, that's exactly where EBOOK comes in. What they've actually done is it's starting off, this is where the key point is. It's starting off with this game, but they have no intention of sticking with this game. Their whole concept is to allow people to rent and borrow other people's crypto in-game assets. So you can get a DeFi loan against your crypto asset in-game. So let's say, for example, I've been playing a game for ages. I've got a cool knife, a cool pet animal. I've got a cool gun, whatever it is, cool, whatever. And I want to loan it out. I can loan it out and make money off people using it. Whilst they're playing to earn with my character, they're still making me money. this as a concept, I think is the most underrated concept that I've not seen in anywhere in the play to earn sector. Now, at the moment, it's Avagachi, so it's based on this game. I think it's like an RPG adventure game. So do more research on it. You can play it on MetaMask. It seems
Mate,
fun.
sorry, can I just share something?
Yeah.
We got a meeting tomorrow at 8 a.m. with the founder of the 2,933rd ranked coin on CoinMarketCap.
Oh, very nice.
Didn't show the word. I just said
Okay.
2933. That's probably going to change in like 2-3 minutes. So
Okay. Mad.
position, but yeah.
So then the next one that I'm going to talk about, and this is probably my all-time favorite one, is Ultra. Now, anyone that's a gamer here has probably heard of a platform called Steam. Steam is basically the platform where you can go to download games and play them and whatever. However, one of the biggest problems with Steam is they're no longer allowing, or I don't think they are currently allowing, NFT play to earn games. Steam contributes 70% of all games that are played on PC are on Steam. They have pretty much got a monopoly over PC games, pretty much. Now, this platform is going to do the exact same thing as Steam, but they're going to do it for crypto play to earn games. However, there's an amazing thing that they're doing. Number one, to rope in the developers. They're giving developers 15% back. No, 15% fees instead of 30% fees like you would on Steam, like you would on Apple. Number two, what else are they doing? They're also allowing people to resell their games after they're done playing them. So if you just take the idea of computer exchange or GameStop or wherever it was that you went to buy your games and exchange them, and ask yourself, is there a market for people exchanging their games when they're finished playing with them? Yeah. Has there always been that market? Yeah. Imagine people being able to do that with play to earn games. Download it instead of just keeping it and it taking up space and having to delete it. You can resell it on the marketplace. That's point number two. Number three is they're also going to allow for people to use the platform as an NFT exchange. And here comes the good bit. So you want to know if these guys are good? My ultimate thing that I always recommend people to do is to go and have a look at their partners. So let's have a look at their partners. Who are their partners? Because they're going to need good partners to pull this off, right? Oh, look at that, AMD. Oh, who are AMD? Only the greatest chip manufacturer that's currently working with Tesla. Play to earn games whilst driving your Tesla. Oh yeah, the Tesla doesn't drive, it self-drives. So play to earn games that you can get and make money whilst your Tesla drives itself. Interesting. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but it looks pretty logical. Then they've also got Sandbox, who also make their own. One of the, I think it's number two. Well, number two, is it? In terms of play to earn games? Then they've got Ubisoft. Now, if you ever need a cosign of gaming cosign, I think getting a cosign from Ubisoft and Atari, the guys that started gaming with Pong and Space Invaders and all of them games, I think that's...
Aren't you responsible for Space Invaders?
Yep.
No way, that's old school.
And Pac-Man. Massive cosigns. Now, why have I discovered these two tokens? And why am I already invested in them? Because guess what platform they're on? Swissborg. And with that, that's my part done. So we'll just go to Q&A. I don't have to say anymore. If it's on Swissborg and it's co-signed by those players and it's saying what it's going to do, what I've just explained to you, you know. So yeah, we've got some questions in here. I think a lot of true gamers are worried play to earn will ruin games. I think it's a different market that based on anecdotal research from speaking to family and friends, at least, I don't see how it ruins games for me personally. Yeah, because like it just doesn't make any sense that it would ruin games, because especially a platform like Ultra means more money is going back to the developers in the right way, because people are actually playing the game, not because they're buying bloody add-ons. Like, it's going to make gaming better. It's going to allow that, plus the advancements that we've had with graphics cards. I don't know if anyone's seen the Matrix trailer. Oh my gosh.
There's a new Matrix.
Yeah, there's a whole film coming out. And there's a game called Matrix Awakens. Anyone that's into gaming, or even if you're not into gaming, go and watch the Matrix Awakens trailer and look at the graphics in that game. That, combined with the metaverse, combined with play to earn, and the game's open source. This is what's crazy. People can make their own levels inside this game.
All right, Seji, I need you to unmute your mic and tell me how like who are these respectfully silly opinions? Like,
no, I wouldn't say silly. Like, it's not my opinion. I would say like
I'm
my brother. At least he's a big gamer, like way bigger gamer than me. Every day he's playing games. He put a lot of money on Steam, a lot of money into like different platforms.
And he didn't make any money.
I mean, he's invested in shit, but obviously not games. You know, like that's just like more of a hobby.
No.
Like if you start turning a game into like a job, I think his point was like, if you start making the game about making money, you're gonna have a different like audience on the game, a different kind of community. Less people playing for fun, and more people like us trying to make money rather than playing. You get me?
I disagree.
Wait. Can I just say? Can I say my 2 pence on that? Right?
Go for it, bro. I'm not saying I'm not going to invest in these.
No. Like, I think like, and I'm not a gamer, right? But I think gamers who have a negative opinion, respect to your brother, on play to earn, they're just not connecting with something, because I only see value in this space. I understand with regards to the intention, but I guarantee like people like myself aren't just going to start gaming because you can earn in it. Like I like people who like, unless the money's crazy, I think that to convert a non-gamer into a gamer for financial motives only.
Some people would do that though. I think some people would.
Yeah,
think,
I agree.
Make a bit of money from this game, so I'm gonna start playing. And
I think it reminds me, Mike, of your, something you said about you won't own nothing, but you will be happy. We'll all be gaming and we won't own nothing. We'll be in that metaverse, not wanting to come out. As it is, these gadgets have sucked in kids and everyone. I think it's just a matter of metaverse sucking in the whole adults and old people and everyone into it. I don't think they will bother so much about the real self. Because they will be so absorbed in the metal.
I think it's going to make it way more addictive. Way more addictive.
That's the time we are headed in.
And it's going to make it more justifiable to people's parents, whatever.
I think once you get addicted, it's easy to justify.
Because you're like, oh, I'm making money though. So, like Jay said, it's just like slot machines.
I mean, if the games involve jumping up and down, a bit like punching and boxing and sweating, then it's probably worth it. Otherwise, you'll be just hurting your neck, sitting, and it depends on what you play as well, I suppose.
Don't worry, that concept that you just said there has been my ultimate gaming vision for many a year.
When my kids...
that's one of my sole life goals, is to make a physically interactive esports game.
Like you and me will be boxing with the virtuals, or you'll be hitting the virtual me and I'll be hitting the virtual you, or whatever. So and the scores will come up, much like what we used to happen on the screen, we see on the screen. Interesting. That's not too bad if you don't get too sucked into it. It's better than going to gym, I suppose.
We have to remember, one of the biggest gaming crazes of all time was the dance mat.
I remember that. I had one of those. PS1.
Imagine the dance mat, play to earn.
Yeah, that'd be
yeah, that. Or like Wii Sports or something, winning a game of Wii Sports and getting paid for that.
Can we get a quick opinion from Summer, please? Because she's she's an aspiring esports gaming lawyer. So I think she has something to say.
Why you put me on the spot? I was enjoying that conversation.
I see your video like agreeing and stuff. So I just wanna 2 cents or whatever.
Yeah, no, I agree with that because I think at the moment it's really difficult because developers and producers don't really get much for what they're doing, and I think that's the really hard side of kind of gaming and games production. So this promotes equality and then being given more rights to what their creation is, and I think that's the best part of this. But I can at the same time understand how maybe certain games will feel as though it could in some way destroy the integrity of the game, I guess. But at the same time, I'm more kind of shared opinion with you, Michael, that it's more that I think it will just promote greater actual ability to invest and earn through the game. But it doesn't take away from the enjoyment of it, because you're still going to game because you like gaming. Like it doesn't take away from the enjoyment of the game. It just actually just gives you more.
If anything, it makes the game more enjoyable.
Yeah, it gives it an added incentive.
Yeah, and it gives the producers and developers more money to focus on story. One thing that's been sucked out of the gaming industry is story.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, but like, what it depends what the new developers' intentions are, because if they're like, yeah, we're making this much money now, but from the NFTs we can just make a great game, or if their mindset changes to where it's like, how can we make the most money from this game?
I think it's going to go the opposite way, because there's going to be so much competition that you're going to have a good story, because there's already tons of different play to earn games. Why am I going to play this one over that one? It's going to have to be the same way that it is in the gaming world, where to make a classic, you're going to have to deliver something that someone else isn't delivering. And that's going to ultimately, and always is a good story. Yep.
It's what compels you to play it, what encourages you to play it. So that makes total sense. Yeah,
man. Therefore. So let's do a few Q&As. So we've got Stallone. I think you're new. Also, any newbies? Ninja, can you drop in the link for the newbies?
Oh, the drop form.
Yeah. So I'll just shill the link tree real quick. So for anything related to blockchain Sensei, everything you need is on our link tree. So we've got our episode that we did last week about crypto music and crypto NFTs and so on and so forth. We've got amazing progress happening with that real soon. If you are a musician or you are an artist and you're interested in creating your own NFTs, get at us, and we've got Storm heading up our NFT department. Then we've got our free intro to crypto PDF. Then we've got our premium intro to crypto PDF, which is just £10. Buy that for a friend for Christmas. Then we've got our crypto swing trade signal service for £20 per month. Hopefully for January, we're going to be rolling out the stocks version of this as well. Then we've got the Blockchain Sensei top 10 altcoin picks, which are still very, very relevant. And then we've got just our links there. So that's that. And let's go to Q&A. Let me pick, I think it was Stallone. You're first. Hi there, Stallone. You all good?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you, man?
All good, man. All good. Any feedback on today's session? Do you take any value?
Yeah, I took a lot of value from that. Like it was very interesting, intriguing, because I've been researching a lot of stuff or similar stuff. So,
nice.
Yeah, I'd like to talk to you guys in the future, hopefully.
Definitely, man. If you got any questions on anything, is there anything you're looking at or anything you want us to do some quick TA on?
No, not at the moment. I think I'll just sit back and have a look anyways. But yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
No worries, man. No worries. Appreciate you, man. Next, let's go. I don't think we've got any other newbies here. I think everyone else is a bit of a regular. We'll go by order of newest people. No, actually, we'll go with the regulars first. So, AJ, you're up. Any questions? Any feedback?
What up? I didn't even know if AJ was here. How you doing? It's all right, Aaron. Take care, my guy.
No worries, buddy. Unless you got a question before you gotta go. No, he's gotta go. AJ there? No. Okay. Next, Mr. Is George Brown still there? Yep. George Brown, coming to you.
Back now.
Yeah, man. Any feedback for us?
Amazing as always, but I
Good
do
or bad?
Sorry?
Good and bad. We like feedback either way.
No. But one thing I did want to pose, actually, well, more of a question. So, well, a bit of a thought starter or whatever was, so I don't know if you saw my story. I started just asking kind of people what their thoughts around the metaverse were. And although in this really small sample size, it kind of started to, obviously it's not full research or anything, but it confirmed some of my thoughts about general consumer adaptation of this. And this feeling that the only people I've seen really excited and really pushing for the metaverse are those, a lot of times are those with who are going to financially benefit from it, which is all of us crypto holders. Now, when I asked my general followers if they were excited for the metaverse, the vast majority, and this was like 80% of them, said hell no.
Okay.
So I'm just kind of wanting to,
Can I give my 2 cents on this?
Yeah, go on.
So I'm gonna compare it to anti-crypto people, right? I have never to date, I may do, find one person who is educated on cryptocurrency. Educated to me would be anybody who I can have an intellectual conversation with about cryptocurrency and blockchain, right? I've never met that person who understands to a reasonable extent blockchain cryptocurrency. Let's just call reasonable. Let me use the benchmark of reasonable as 25% of my knowledge, right? Because I'm not an expert at all, but I've never met anybody with 25% of my cryptocurrency knowledge who is then anti-crypto. It's like, I understand this and this and this and this and this and this and this, but I'm anti-crypto. So I question, right, the people who are anti-metaverse or whatever, how knowledgeable are they? Like, I want to find people who are knowledgeable,
so
but they're
that's why I asked the second question, to understand that a little bit more. And actually, a lot of the people who were commenting, and I posted some of the responses, are people that are very knowledgeable about crypto.
Okay.
That was the interesting thing. That was the interesting finding. Slightly different from crypto adoption.
My take on metaverse is because of one thing that's happened, and that's basically Facebook. Facebook have kind of come out and flagshipped it as the metaverse is theirs, when in fact it doesn't belong to them. It never will belong to them, and in fact they're in the weakest position to take advantage of it. They're gonna try. They may do well, but they're gonna be kind of like MySpace, like other companies. Apple, when they step in, game over. And again, it's just the age-old thing of what happens. People are already using the metaverse and not complaining. They're already using Zoom. They're already using FaceTime. They're already using Snapchat filters. They're already using Instagram Live. They're already in the metaverse. This whole metaverse thing is just what the buzzword is to get investment into the idea of connected platforms. If you just take connective interactive platforms, that is what metaverse is. And people have got no problem with connective platforms, and especially when Apple do it. The moment Apple do it, no one's gonna give a shit, because that's what happens in life.
Platforms like Zoom and those you mentioned are really part of that infrastructure, or?
Yeah, 100%, because they're the gatekeepers. They're the ones that have started it. They're the ones that have, let's take it back to internet to web. So metaverse is web 3.0. So what we've got to do is go back to web 2.0. So if we go back to web 2.0, and the things that people were skeptical of was online gaming then, and online gambling, people going onto these online websites and playing poker online and stuff like that, and being worried. Now look at it. Look at how much it fleshed into then becoming Xbox Live and then becoming PlayStation Network. It's just that it's so early doors. Human nature is to fear what we don't understand. And I think it's the wording, unfortunately, the word metaverse, that buzzword is making people not want to be a part of it, even though they already are.
And I think it's good to have that side of the discussion as well, because like, yeah, people need to understand that this isn't just Facebook's thing. This isn't part of that, because that narrative it feels so dangerous, and I don't want that narrative to slip into that side of it. Because that's the thing. As much as I love cryptocurrency and believe in it, I'm a person who's deep in crypto, but I don't like the way the crypto market's turning a little bit. But that's me.
Oh, you're gonna have to say that all again. Your signal went.
Even though I'm deep,
didn't go. I heard everything he said and it got recorded.
Yeah, I heard everything as well.
Yeah, it's your signal.
The agents. It's the agents.
Because look at it now. It's an interesting thing where a lot of people jumped on board crypto.
Mr. Anderson's in the room.
To escape the idea of whales and big money players, and now we find a lot of those people have now transformed into those people. So yeah, there's lots of kind of things like that, and it's dangerous to not to sleep on it, but you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying you can be anti it, but it's inevitable. And it's this whole like addiction thing. Like, people are talking about people being addicted to the metaverse, but I ask anybody ever to show me somebody that is doing less than 4 hours a day on their mobile phone. It's hard to find, and it's increasing.
But if that's already part of the metaverse, then they're right then.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's a weird catch-22, but the side of it that people aren't looking at is the actual benefits when it comes to education, when it comes to healthcare, when it comes to the number one group of people that this is going to change their lives is old people. Like, old people are crazy lonely. Like, it's disgusting what happens to people when they get old. It's disgusting. Like, we all know it. Like, the moment you turn 70, 75, you are just literally abandoned by society. Nobody cares. Nobody comes to visit. Like, people aren't going, you know what, let me spend 4 days a week with these people that are over 75. Whereas the metaverse is going to completely transform that. And they're going to be able to relive out their best memories, revisit locations without physically going there. They're going to be able to interact in a way that they just couldn't. No one in history's ever been able to spend time together before. And that for me is the play that everyone's missing and everyone's ignoring. Is what this does for OAPs is mind-bending. To go, and for education, the impoverished poor people and the elderly are the two sets of people that need the metaverse the most, that will benefit the most from it.
Who are probably also the ones who are saying they don't want it the most as well.
Well, my internet doesn't want me to tell you.
I was just gonna say on that point, you're so right about the disparity between those two different verticals as such, and again, the lack of knowledge or buy-in from them is simply because of that disparity. The metaverse isn't there to allow them to learn in a unique way or connect in a unique way, but there needs to be some intermediary way of passing that knowledge on so they can get to that level. So again, that's what this time is. It's all about learning for ourselves, and obviously believing in it as well. So yeah, that's my 10 pence worth.
I love that, bro. Love that. Let's go to the next person, Mr. Ollie Gilbert.
Yeah, guys, that's good.
What's your shill of the week?
Yeah, I've got one. I've got one, to be fair. I think that's very, very relevant. I've got a few. I think
Okay.
one that's very relevant to what we were just talking about, and it's called Altura.
Altura.
Altura, yeah. So basically, what these guys do, what they're looking to produce is NFTs that can kind of merge and change for use case in the gaming world. So they could, so how like an item you can in a game you can, and I'm not much of a gamer either, to be honest.
Testing.
How you can merge games together, you can create new things out of items. They are looking to do that with Altura within games with NFTs. It's quite a unique sort of project.
Smart NFTs.
Yes, yeah.
This space is moving so fast.
Yeah, that's it, man. Yeah.
Oh wait, what's a smart NFT? What?
Yeah,
What's
this
this
is
new word?
it's a new concept that these guys are sort of putting together. I don't know of any others that are doing it. There might be them. They're out there. They haven't produced the project yet, but they've got a lot of backing, it seems.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's basically smart NFTs. You know, they've got some decent partners.
Oh,
Nothing.
Chainlink.
Yeah, there's nothing really blowing up there with the
Wait, what is
partners,
Poker
but they've-
City? Is that something built on Polkadot? I'm assuming.
Yeah, Polka City. I'm invested in Polka City as well.
Is
That's
that
blowing up.
Polkadot metaverse basically, like Polkadot?
Yeah, it's basically it is literally like it's like the GTA on Polka.
What?
Yeah.
That's your biggest shill.
Poker City, like you know how much
I'm-
Mr. Harding love Polkadot. This might.
Yeah.
What?
I'm invested in
What
this
the hell
heavy
is
as well.
this?
Yeah.
Wait, how do you?
Mate, I'm getting a virtual taxi. I'm out.
What's the dex?
Yeah. Say that again.
What's the exchange?
Polka City.
Yeah.
I just bought it. I think I'm pretty sure either KuCoin, Gate, or I'm pretty sure I bought it through either Matic or BNB as well.
So wait. Let me get this straight. Because this is on Polkadot, is this interoperable NFTs? Multi-chain NFTs?
You have to be kidding me.
I haven't bought any of their NFTs, so it's more the game.
Wait. Let's not skip over what Mr. Harding said. Interoperable NFTs. So the fundamental of Polkadot is cross blockchain communication.
Of course, yeah.
So if this is true, this means you could send NFTs through, say, like Phantom to Binance Smart Chain to Ethereum via.
Yeah.
That's.
Oh my God! Innovation! I can't catch up.
Oh, my head.
Oh,
this is just getting crazy. Like, because now that I know that this loan thing exists, I can't see NFTs in the same way. And now,
I
just like, oh man, we are so. And again, because it's developing so fast, it's exposing how raw and fresh and new the market is. Like, it's just showing me like this thing hasn't started.
Yeah.
Like, wow. Smart NFTs and interoperable NFTs.
So we basically learned in 3 days. First of all, 2 days ago we found about fractional NFTs that me and Mr. Harding didn't even think was possible.
You got to put me on that.
Yeah, chain. Yeah, no, we will. That's more of a kind of like VC private client opportunity. And then Chain Guardians have basically confirmed they're doing fractional NFTs. We've just come across smart NFTs that you've just showed right now. And earlier today, we've learned that Nexo, the first or second biggest DeFi lending platform, are willing to put 20% up front for Bored Ape Yacht and or CryptoPunk NFTs that are price floor selling for 200K. maximum 6 mil. Let's just imagine. Sorry, not 6 mil. What's the most expensive board API NFT? Is it like 90
I think it was
mil or
like
something?
no, not Bored Ape. I think it was like 7, 8 million dollars.
7, 8, right? Let's just say that NFT is going to go up to 10 mil, right? So you're telling me that that person could just get 2 million USDC like that from Nexo, bro? I can't. I don't even know how I'm going to sleep tonight. I was going to have an early night. I might just stay up all night. We have an 8 a.m. meeting, Mr. Harding, and I might stay up all night.
Yeah, these things that you're telling me, and you just see that what I circled, Ninja.
Oh, go on. Sorry, no, I missed it. Is that 7 million market cap?
Look at the diluted.
Oh yeah, the diluted is a bit wild. I'm not a fan of that. But
nonetheless,
it's Polkadot.
Oh yeah, did we explain what smart NFTs are?
Yeah, NFTs that change or interact, hence because of the chain link. So because of chain link, so it's so bizarre because I mentioned this on TikTok that this could potentially happen, that you could potentially have NFTs that change with the weather because of the update that Chainlink did. Yeah. And now you've just shown me that this actually exists. Like, I was just saying it as a joke. That's, oh wow, the game just keeps on giving. The game just keeps on.
You can imagine just how quickly this could change out of gaming as well. You know, a lot of things start within gaming innovations, but yeah, this could, you know, you can imagine in the metaverse, like you say, even just in like change of weather, your NFTs changing.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
NFTs that change with the weather. Oh my god.
Yeah, or you're in a certain location and
it changes.
You have to bring people together, that your certain NFT sort of merges together and you create.
Oh my god, I reckon.
Oh my
god.
God.
You know what, right? Travel companies are gonna tap into NFTs in due time, and they'll be like, yeah, when this NFT is in Thailand, it changes into this character and offers you this benefits. But then if you go to like USA, the NFT will change in the US version and then offer you X amount of benefits in X amount of retail stores or events, clubs, etc. So yeah, I'm starting to see like even the vision. This is why 50% of the game is mindset, guys. Like 48 hours ago, I didn't understand the 3 technological concepts of fractionalized NFTs, smart NFTs that I've learned about right now, and NFT backed DeFi loans. Like in 48 hours, like 48 hours ago, my mind didn't even comprehend these things existed. You know what I mean? But now they're being placed in front of me. I don't understand the tech, but this is why 50% of the game is mindset. But yeah, thank you, Ollie. That's amazing.
Bro, Ollie.
I'm the show.
If anyone got any game for a man like Ollie, type game in chat. Jeez. Show that love to Ollie. Jeez. Fire. Let's go. Opal, have you got a question this week? Or actually, give us some feedback.
Oh, no, I don't have one.
You not got any feedback?
I'll ring you after.
Fine. All right, cool.
Ta-da.
All right. Next, we'll go. Simsima, did you have any feedback or questions? Because you spoke earlier, but I didn't ask you if you had any questions or anything.
No, I'm all cool.
Good,
Keep doing your thing.
Okay. Storm, any feedback, any questions, anything you want us to look at?
Great session as always. Sorry, I'm in the gym. Yeah, there's loads of game drops. Can we look at Seer Coin?
Yep, we can indeed.
I love people that tune into this via the gym, because ultimately all this is important, but health is the ultimate wealth. Like that's way more important than anything in the stock market or crypto market. So Storm's literally
bubbling up health and wealth.
Health and wealth.
I'll do both at the same time.
Okay, so this is where we're at with with SIA right now. We haven't quite touched the
Dude,
200
you need to reshare.
I can't see.
Yeah, your screen's frozen.
again.
Oh,
Okay, cool. Can you see it now?
yeah.
Okay, so in terms of SIA, where we're at the moment, you can see it's come down to this support line here. Hang on a minute, let me go. That's on the weekly. Let's see what Wagwan really. You can see on the daily it's caressing this area here. It'd be interesting. I'd say it's broken below that now. So I would say the next point that it should come down to is around here, around the 0.00988. Then from there, that's one crazy fib. Let me try this. Yeah, don't quote me on this. This is me just doing this on the fly here. Yeah, I don't even think my laptop likes me doing what I just did. No, it doesn't. Let's do that again. From the low to the high. I didn't quite do it from the actual impulse, but we're looking maybe, according to the fib, it getting back around to this level here, around these highs that they got to before, around 0.42 max pull up. You can see I've marked off here for 0.119. I would definitely be looking at taking profit around 0.05, and then do I have anything else? On the further extension, you can see I've got 0.023. Now that's if SIA goes to the absolute moon. But for me, SIA, just based on its use case, I think this is going to be around for the next 5-10 years. I can't see why it wouldn't be around. Like, why would it not? It's got such a, is it network effect? I can't remember what it's called. That thing whereby a platform gets you to invest so much in it, not via money, but by what it's doing for you, that it's hard to delete it and stop using it. Like Dropbox, like, and Google Drive, it's hard for people to stop using it. Apple are the kings of it. I can't remember what the word is, whereby you've invested so much time into putting your files onto the cloud or doing whatever, that to come off it, you just be like, oh, I can't be bothered. So you just stay.
Like the ecosystem.
Yeah.
Also, crypto.com's the king of that, because that cashback, baby.
Yeah. Also,
yeah, must get that card.
Did anyone notice what crypto.com did recently?
NFTs.
Has anybody else had seen
the Christmas hat?
The KYC change on crypto.com?
No.
No?
I've seen the
Maybe it's
missions
just ours.
they've got on there where you can earn again.
Crypto.com just added 2-factor authentication on our end.
I've had that for some time, I think. I don't know.
What, just
Yeah, I was saying crypto.com,
they don't even.
Oh, did we lose Mr.
Oh, wait, back.
I'm back. That
was too smooth.
The agents don't want me. Yeah, I was saying about the 2-factor authentication on crypto.com. Has anyone else been getting forced to do that now? No.
I
don't think I have.
It depends what for though, because I know a lot of apps only do it for deposits and like withdrawals. But what action are you trying to do when you get where you get 2-factor?
You're just logging in.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
I got this. I got it as well. It's like a mandatory thing.
Yeah.
Oh, mine just asks my PIN.
Mandatory, yeah.
Yeah, because I think that's gonna make people hold their money in there longer just because they can't be bothered.
Maybe. So mine is just touch ID. But yeah.
Yeah, check, bro, because it might not be anymore. You're gonna have to get on that Google Authenticator, which is long.
Trust me, I've been on that app a lot because best believe I've been buying all my Christmas present with that crypto.com card, of course.
Oh, I didn't even think
2%
of
off
that.
everything, baby.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. That's a mad move.
Yeah. Like all I do now is like I get 2% off everything, but actually what it means is that I'm just investing 2% of like everything that I spend basically, because
without even thinking.
Cashing that out, I'm keeping it in Crow. So I'm just automatically got 2% investment in everything that I buy.
You know what? I think crypto.com might go public. Because it just makes sense.
Well, do you know what? The amount of money they've been spending on sponsorship, they might need to raise some more money, you know?
Yeah, it makes sense. And then if they go public, I don't see, I think they're the kind of company that would get a government bailout.
Bro, they brought the Staples Center. That's not a regular move anyone makes. Like, it's not by any means a regular move. They bought the stadium that Kobe played in.
They're literally the sponsor of UFC. Come on.
Yeah, UFC. You think that?
You know every UFC fighter walks out with their logo on their t-shirt before every fight. No, it's crazy.
And of course, if you watch F1 is the biggest money sport as well, with big money people on it, crypto.com, all around the entire thing.
Yeah, they're going to go public, you know. I can feel it. It would make sense.
There's some crazy predictions in this
episode.
Game.
I know.
I might have to just like find all the Mr. Harding predictions and just clip them all together and just wait until they happen.
Interesting as well.
It happened.
Because do you know what I'd love to know a little bit more about, like FTX? And I know we don't talk about it as much because it's mainly just derivatives and we don't do derivatives. But again, that horse and Ninja, you didn't know about FTX for too long. But again, they're the other crypto companies who are doing the big sponsorships. Like that's, I mean, who influenced maybe crypto.com as well, because they bought the Miami Heat Stadium. And then their sponsorships all over like F1. They've got sponsorships all over a lot of things, slightly less to the extent that crypto.com has, but they're huge. And of course, Sam, I can't remember his last name. He's one of the richest people in the world now.
I'm so glad you said that.
That move with the Miami team was huge as well, because actually Miami as a state, they're actually looking to like adopt crypto in like one of the biggest ways out of any state in the US. Something about the governor doing, I don't know what it was exactly, but like
wasn't it that they want people to pay their taxes in crypto?
In crypto, yeah, something like that. Yeah, like proper.
Miami's got some wild people, including politicians.
Yeah, it's a wild place, though, isn't it? It's like the right. Talking of what you just said, Sam Bankman-Fried. I want to show you something that just sums up everything wrong with the world and how early we are. So Sam Bankman-Fried is the richest guy in crypto statistically. Check this.
And when have you ever seen a verified account with like less than 2K followers as well?
Hilarious.
You know what? You know what I'm gonna do, Mr. Harding? I'm gonna put this guy on post notifications, because like on our blockchain Sensei Instagram, because I feel like he could just say something really important and we could just catch the wave before anybody else. So, you know, I'm letting you know what I've just done, guys. I've just put this guy on post and story notifications on Blockchain Sensei. Maybe you guys want to do something.
I feel like he's active on Twitter, though. Okay. He's pretty active on Twitter.
Yeah, he's active on Twitter.
To what in regards to what Ninja just said there, that he feels he could say something very important. He already has, and he's big on talking about serum.
No, I meant something important on Instagram.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Because sometimes people like to just post like I know I've looked at, you know, human psychology on posting and shit like that. And for example, like my Instagram platform is my biggest platform. I got like 7K on there. Stories will get like 1,000 views or whatever on a good day. But my Snapchat's very private, right? And like sometimes I feel to say something on Snapchat that I won't say on Instagram just because it's whatever. And I just feel like one day, like he might just say something, he might just show something, but only in his Instagram story.
Yeah, I get you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he wants to be like, oh, he's really paying attention.
But remember, like when any of these people say something fairly big, it's immediately picked up by all the media articles.
Yeah, 100%.
So you're probably not going to miss too much.
What's the most interesting bit is who's following him.
I think crypto has a bigger presence on Twitter. I think. I mean, it seems to have a bit of presence on Twitter than it does Instagram. Maybe you see more of it on Instagram, but I feel like the real like intellectuals and the real people who've got actual something to say, they say it on Twitter. They don't say it on Instagram. That's just my opinion. Maybe not.
No, definitely is. Definitely even in like just more tech circles in general, tech seems to be a lot of other industries a lot bigger on crypto. Of course, like Instagram is there, like creative industries, like huge media, this, that, the other, but a lot of other industries are really big and vocal on Twitter.
Yeah, true. Jay, being as you're speaking, any feedback on today's episode? Any questions? Anything you want us to look at? You there? You were just speaking.
No. It's been an extra long episode. Like it, trenches.
Where's he gone? Jay? Oh, no, Jay. He's just gone. Who haven't I asked?
I'm here. I didn't. Your thing was breaking up. That's why I didn't hear what you were saying.
Yeah. Any feedback? Any questions? Anything you're looking at?
Feedback, just great as usual. I actually wanted you to look at your phone because you were speaking of something earlier on, and it was I'll quickly say the coin anyway. It was I related it to that Nexo that you were speaking of earlier on, where you can basically lend your crypto and get USDC. Nexo. So there's a gaming platform called YGG. It's a coin, and they lend out different so like axes, for example. So obviously, as you know, to play to earn, not just anyone really can get into play to earn, because it is relatively, you need it as a starter pack, you need a little bit of dough. So what they have is a platform where they lend out stuff, not just Axie though, they've got games for stuff for Illuvium, that Ember Sword's on there. That's why that's the second time I'd heard of that Ember Sword. So they lend out and you can, so the money you make, they then take a profit of it. But during the first lockdown, there was I don't remember exactly what country it was. I'm pretty sure it was Philippines. But like a lot of people in the Philippines were basically earning a living playing
from
Axie
Axie.
through YG.
Yeah.
Playing that, but they were using the reason they got chance to actually play the game was because they were using YGG, which is the company that lend out the Axies.
Okay.
You understand? So you make your revenue, but you give a profit to them. You don't have to even buy the Axie initially.
Mad. I swear we did a trade on this.
Crazy. I think maybe
we did.
I think maybe I got one of the signals, and then I just started looking into it deep, and I thought, whoa, this is crazy. Like,
yeah. This is one of the signals. It's not moved yet.
And if you look at the games that they've got that they do, there's about 8 games, and Star Atlas is one of them, Illuvium's one of them, Axie's one of them, Ember Sword's one of them. They've got just like I was looking at it, I was thinking, this is going to be insane when people click onto this properly. Like, you don't even have to spend your own money initially, but you can play the game and make money, and then it's like.
Sorry, is it a working product game? Like, can we actually go play it?
No, it's not an actual game. So Yield Guild, what he's saying is they give you the money.
It's a gaming guild
to earn games.
Sorry, say that again. I'm not clocking.
Go on, Jay.
It's a gaming guild, like Mikey Mr. Harding just said. They give you, they lend you the Axie. So instead of you going and buying however much it costs for you to buy an Axie and then buy your smooth love potion or whatever it is you need to do, you can use the Axies that they give out, make money, and say, for example, you give 20% to them, you keep 80%.
Okay.
So it's a winner because you've not paid to start playing Axie. You've just started playing Axie for free and made money for free.
I just want to be devil's advocate.
Just giving a
would it be possible for people to
Say that again. I can't hear you. It broke up on me.
Just for devil's advocate, like, would it be possible for people to get the coins and then just run off with them?
Get what coins?
You can't. Smart contract.
Of course, it's on the blockchain.
This guy.
Look at the games
Even
they've
I
got
need to
there.
break these
Look at the
cognitive
games that
biases.
are on that. Look at the games that are on that screen. Like, you know, those are the games, and apparently the monkey ball right there. I was just about to say that. Apparently that they're looking to move into that. So when that monkey ball game drops, they're already doing Axie, like just alone. Even if they just survived off one game, Axie alone, they would be winning.
Avogotchi's here as well.
Everything's there. I'm telling you, Star Atlas is there. It's gonna be,
boy.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
check out. I like that RFox is on there as well. That's one I've been holding for a time in a minute as well, and you can also stake it really well on their platform as well. Keep an eye on that one.
Thank you.
Yo, this is why the game is just the game. Anyone
Yeah,
that
with
just
the
got game
criticism,
from
but
that.
I'm still deep in this.
Jeez. Yo, anyone that just got game there about YGG, type game in chat, please, because that was mad game.
I don't think I can sleep.
it just made me, it
Technically,
just
everyone
related
just
so
got
much to that Nexo.
I was gonna say, technically, everyone just got a trade there as well. Miles, I don't think the take profits are on here, but yeah, that's now changed my stance on this. This is no longer a trade.
It's an investment.
Yeah, I don't think I'm just gonna double down on it, put some more in it, and not trade it. Thanks for that, broski.
Thank you.
Last but
well,
not
you sent the trade out to me, so thank you initially. Yeah.
It's all love. It's all love. Next we'll go Summer. Got any questions, feedback, anything you're looking at?
Awesome as per.
Nope, no worries, no worries, no worries. Deco Master, any questions, any feedback?
0161.
No, guys, another amazing session, isn't it?
Perfect, perfect. Seji, any questions, any feedback?
This one just felt different, you know. It felt like mind opening to like what the space can be, kind of thing. Like I don't even really have a question. I'm still just like digesting, kind of thing.
Nah, I'm the same, bro. I'm like I'm here, but I'm not here. I can't.
Yeah,
I can't
I'm just
give
like my
everything my
mind's
full
elsewhere
attention
now.
because my mind's just going.
Bro, this is the game episode that I'm looking forward to personally rewatching just to take notes on everything that other people have said.
Yeah. Yeah, this is one of them ones where it shows like that the power is in the community and like us developing and growing this kind of exchange of value communities. So important. But yeah, guys, we couldn't do this without you. We only do this for you. Thank you very much for tuning in to another incredible episode of the game. Yeah, tell a friend to tell a friend, and happy Christmas. We wish you many Christmas blessings. We hope Santa comes and airdrops you some tokens. And one thing I encourage you all to do is what I've done every Christmas so far is to give people crypto for Christmas. It is wow, what it does for your family as a family unit. When just start off with your little cousins, don't do aunties and uncles, just start off with your little cousins, and then that gradually spills over into aunties and uncles, and then your whole family's on this investing wave and on this crypto investing wave, because most families, and I'm sure most families are like mine, where no one in the family is really trying to invest in stocks, let alone crypto. So just getting that culture going is what kind of puts you in the direction to eventually have your own family office, which is the big moves.
Generational wealth, baby.
Legacy. All right, guys, love. See you later. Happy Christmas.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas, guys.
See you in a bit.
Take care. There was like 6-7 altcoin shows in this. I need to rewatch this one I can.
Big shout out from AJ about giving Ledger Nanos in crypto for Christmas. Big shout. All right, see you later, guys.
All right, take care.